Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight I'm here to talk to you about the types of YouTubers that I subscribe to, kind of what I look for when I'm wanting to subscribe to someone new. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so excuse the kind of messy vibe that I have going on. We were outside for a little while and I'm taking a little break, so I decided to do this video for you guys. This has been a video that I've wanted to do for a little while, and I think that it's a better, how can I say this? Previously, I used to tell you guys exactly who I subscribe to. This person's amazing, their content's awesome. I've had issues doing that because the problem is that the mask slips off quite often, and I don't want to continuously come back to you guys and say, well, I like this person, but now I don't. You know, the mask slips often. So what I will say is these are characteristics of a channel that I look for when I'm looking for new stuff to watch on YouTube. I like subscribing to people. I look at it as a very intentional thing to do. I don't just willy-nilly subscribe to a million different channels. That's not how I do things. If you do things that way, awesome. But I don't. I'm very intentional on who I want to see in my timeline, what kind of content I want to be waking up to or going to bed to. So I figured that this was a more general way to deliver that to you guys. Before we get started, I'm going to put something on my lips. This is the Chanel Rouge Cocoa Flash in 200, and it's a lip illuminator sparkly balm. I've been using this a ton. I really like it. And by the way, this little mirror that I have here, this is from Simple Human, and I got it at Bed Bath & Beyond. It was a little pricey, but it's totally worth it. I love the light on it. And it has an auto shut off, so when you pull it out of the box or out of the little bag that it came with, it's automatically lit up, and you can recharge it with a micro USB. The first kind of YouTuber that I subscribe to is, I think, a category that a lot of us seek out when we're on YouTube, and that would be the entertaining YouTuber. It's content that is not super serious in nature. It's not anything that I have to really think about. When I turn them on, I know that I'm either gonna laugh or I'm gonna be entertained in some way, shape, or form. And I enjoy that. I come to YouTube to not necessarily hear about politics or what's going on in the world. I use YouTube and my subscription feed as a form of entertainment. I'll move on to the other categories in a second, but the reason that I say that is I typically don't seek out really serious commentary content. I like things that are lighthearted, entertaining. You know, I like to get to know the creator that I'm listening to by them doing different forms of content, if that makes sense. So for me, that's one of the reasons why I integrate my car chats for you guys, because I want you to be able to see, like, what do I buy when I go to the store? What, you know, I talk about random stuff from my childhood, or what my favorite, you know, things to pick up are, or what kind of treats I buy for Axel. So entertainment in the form of different types of videos, I really like that. The next category that I really like is a relatable YouTuber. And I talk about this a lot. You guys know the influencers who are spending $1,500 a week at Target and buying a bunch of unnecessary stuff. It's not my cup of tea because that's not relatable to me. Do I go to Target once a week? I do, but I'm not spending $300 every time I go to Target. I would be in debt. I do think that there's a fine line between what's relatable and what's not relatable, and it all depends on your lifestyle as well. Some people might look at me and say that I'm unrelatable. I do my best to, you know, not overdo anything that I do on my channel. I try not to ever overdo it. especially when it comes to things like what I buy at Target or whatever. And I also I want to make it clear, I'm not saying that for me to find a YouTuber relatable, they have to be doing everything that I do in my real life. But I'm sure you guys can understand there is a definite difference between someone who is showing their everyday life compared to what a full-time influencer might be showing their audience. I just don't feel like my lifestyle and their lifestyle is parallel. For some people, that might be a good thing. Maybe you want someone who isn't living your lifestyle because it's something lust worthy and it's something that you can watch and be amused by. But for me, I fully enjoy people that I feel like I could go get a coffee with this person. They're not subscribing to flex culture or anything like that. So I would say the relatable YouTuber is number 2. Number 3 category is the educational YouTuber. So when I say educational YouTuber, I'm talking about someone who I feel like every time I go to their channel, I learn something that I didn't know before. Pretty simple, right? So I think of some of the true crime people that I subscribe to. They're talking about true crime cases that I didn't know about. I had no clue that they even existed, or if I did, I'm learning something new about that true crime case that I can take with me. Another good example, skincare, estheticians, dermatologists, doctors. When I watch that content, I am consistently looking at something and saying, I had no clue that's how that was done. Or I had no clue that's how that's supposed to be done. Or I had no clue that, that's the noise that means this condition, or, something. Or this is the actual correct order to apply your skincare products in. I've learned so much from some of the YouTubers that I subscribe to. I absolutely love it. And the 4th and final category that I'm going to go over tonight is the don't be an asshole YouTuber. I tend to really gravitate towards people like this because I feel like there is a big difference between being an asshole and being assertive. I like assertive people. I find myself to be pretty assertive most of the time. And I like that confidence. I like when I can see that confidence in the content delivery. But there is a major difference between confidence and cockiness, and I've talked about that a few times on my channel. If you have confidence in the words that are coming out of your mouth, that's great. I'm here for it. But if you're just running around being an asshole, starting trouble, getting into it with other YouTubers, saying really just vile stuff, that is not a YouTuber that I would want to give my subscription to. Again, that's just me and my decision-making skills. I know some people are entertained by really toxic YouTubers. They look at it as a form of entertainment. They look at these really dark, deep insults as something to feed their soul. If that's what's feeding your soul, you might want to check your heart, because that's kind of scary. So for me, I like the confident but not an actual YouTuber. And the last thing I want to talk about could kind of be joined with the 4th item that I just mentioned. And that would be talking about drama commentary tea channels specifically. I don't like to see the nitpickers. There are a lot of drama and tea channels that I have subscribed to in the past where I felt like they were very nitpicky and very just picking apart every little thing that an influencer or a beauty guru does. To me, I got really exhausted by that content. I wasn't entertained by it. It wasn't delivering an actual video with information or thoughts. It was just making something out of nothing, and for me, I got very tired of that. So I would say if I do subscribe to someone and then I learn that they are a nitpicker, I'm usually one of the first ones to leave, but that's just me. When it comes to drama and tea channels, I just like to know that the topic of the video that we're discussing is something that actually makes sense to be discussed. So either way, that's going to be it for this video. This is definitely something I want to hear from you guys. What types of YouTubers do you subscribe to? And is there a type of YouTuber that you have subscribed to but then quickly left? And if you've quickly left, what's the reason? What made you leave? What things will you see early on that makes you turn away from a certain type of channel? Let me know down below. But for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.